Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We're on the first day of the Valentine's event, and we're gonna start off a little bit late today. I've definitely overslept, so we're missing breakfast, but lunch is gonna be a good start. That's good though. That's not really that big a deal. Not trying to hit Master 20 this week, just trying to get as many Wooper as possible, especially with all the new information that we found out. We got the ingredients spread as well as a few other things. So we're gonna go over that a little bit later, but for now, let's jump into this first day of the Valentine's event. Let's wrap up last week that we just kind of chilled out, had a lot of fun, and didn't really do much other than get ready for this week. So let's wrap that up, and then we can really jump into the festivities for the Valentine's event. We did get 200 sleep points for getting a full night's sleep because I slept way too much, 3,663 for our grand total. Valentine's bundles are now available, and for our daily lottery, we've got 20 diamonds. Maybe they're trying to tempt me into a bundle, but I don't know if they can this time around. Anyway, let's grab our mission. We did make it to Master 3, just barely. Got that Ralt's Incense, which is good. That's what I wanted. And we also got nothing else. That's right, because we can't collect from anybody. I also goofed, went to bed with Primeape on my team by mistake. I meant to swap it out, but yeah, kind of forgot. It is what it is. My brain has been completely scattered these last couple weeks. So here we are. I am ready to get back to normal. I need my brain to get back to the somewhat reliable smoothness that I had before. This extra smoothness is not helping. Anyway, week 81. I got ahead of myself. Normally, did I give up my sleep report? Hopefully not. Anyway, see what I mean? My brain is just not functioning. Anyway, 879,174 is our final strength for Master 3, 500,307 from berries, and 378,867 from cooking. All to be expected with how we handled last week. Did get an overall grade of A for 4 small handy candies, which is not too bad considering how I've been sleeping, but that means that it is now time to go to the new island. I'm going to go to Taupe Hollow. Since Wooper is all I care about, I'm going to go here. We unlock Wooper earlier here, and the spawn pool is not as diluted as it is in other areas. So, Taupe Hollow is probably, in my estimation, going to be the easiest way for us to find Wooper, and we definitely want to find Wooper. We need the Wooper. Desperately. That is a cool... every time I come here, I look at that Snorlax color. I love it. I love that Snorlax color. All right, so berries and desserts and drinks, all to be expected. No surprises there. And that means that now we can get our sleep report done. I'm glad that it didn't make me lose it. I don't know why I thought it would, but we can jump in. Usually I finish it up and then move islands. I don't know what's going on with me today. 10 hours, 15 minutes of sleep. Yeah. Also, yeah, I goofed. I left my phone on the nightstand because as you know, I usually put it to sleep for about 20 minutes while I get ready for bed, brush my teeth and all that stuff. And then I come back, I put it on the bed with me just to get the sleep tracking started properly, because otherwise, you know, you'll be asleep, but those little twists and turns you do as you're, you know, falling asleep makes the sleep tracker think that, oh, you're not asleep yet. It took you 2.5 hours to go to sleep. Got tired of that issue, so that's why I do it. But I forgot to move it to my bed last night. So, yeah, we're definitely getting slumbering because I goofed super hard. So, is what it is. Y'all know I don't manipulate my sleep data other than that 20 minutes to get it to actually go to sleep. And so that's why I want to be honest about what's going on, because that's not normally how I do things. 87.9 million. We did get 8 spawns. We got slumbering, which, I mean, is okay, but... you know, spoiler, with what? 2 Blastoise? What? Why did my voice sound like that? 2 Blastoise. With what we learned, or know now about Wooper, I don't know how much I really want to catch a Squirtle anymore, but you know what? We've got one last Squirtle. Let's give it one last try. We got a pretty good spawn pool. Wigglybuff, Cleffa, Doduo, Sudowoodo, Squirtle, 2 Blastoise, and a Beware. Okay, alright. You know, if one of those Blastoise would have been shiny, I would not have complained. I already have a good shiny, but I won't complain about another one. Not at all, especially if it could be triple milk. Squirtle's hungry. It loves me. It's meant to be. You know what that means? That means this is going to be a helping bonus ingredient finder M, ABB Squirtle, exactly what we're looking for now that it's not super necessary anymore. But yeah, let's move on. That's all we're catching today. Nothing else here is going to be worth spending biscuits on with what we are going to be doing this week. So let's get this. Let's send out, yes. Blastoise or Stuffle, or yeah, Squirtle or Stuffle candy. Both could be good. I think Stuffle candy is probably more valuable at this point. So we'll send that out. I think it's probably the more valuable one. I've said it before. I think everybody, especially long-term players, well, on my friends list especially, everybody has probably plenty of Squirtle candy. So let's send out some stuff. We'll try to help some folks out if we can, at least a little more than the Squirtle candy would. As far as Dream Shards, that is what, 11,500, I believe? Yes, 11,500-ish, 600, somewhere around there. 11,500. Pretty good either way, no matter what. All right, our first friendship level 10 Squirtle, level 15, modest, but it is what it is it? It is ABB. If you're perfect, I'm gonna be so upset. I don't know, I might be upset, but I may also be really excited about it. It's skill level up M, that's not that bad. Inventory up M is also not that bad. We do need the inventory space, but we need not that much inventory space. Ingredient Finder S and Helping Speed M. Honestly, the sub skills aren't that bad. They're not what we're looking for necessarily, but they're not that bad. And a modest nature is ingredient finding up. So, I mean, it's not perfect. It's not perfect by any means, but ingredient count B, it's not bad. I just want to see how this looks. Yeah, that's kind of to be expected. I want to let it run to 75 and see where it's at, and then we'll switch it back to ingredient strength. Because as you know, ingredient count A, B, and C are all a little bit skewed. A, probably not as much as the other two, just because it gives such a high rating to level 10 and 25 when you're looking at ingredient count B. So, it's not bad. Let's see. Level 30, we're looking at 20 compared to 29. That's not that bad. 37 compared to 57. That's pretty rough. That's a big difference. But at level 75, come on, that's the one I really want to know about. 2.79% chance to catch a better one. 45 versus 65. That's a pretty big difference. So I don't know. I don't know about that. But let's switch it back to ingredient strength. Oh, wait. Did they change? Hold on. Did they change something on me? Let's run ingredient strength and then I'm going to check something here in a bit because I may have been goofing the last few times and didn't realize that they moved buttons around. 95. I mean, it's still pretty good. The modest nature definitely helping there. Let's see. Level. Let's do 50. 10,200 compared to 14,300. I mean, that's kind of a big difference, but not a huge difference. Ultimately, the question is, does it bring in enough cocoa at the later levels? And it might. Well, no, we need at least 75. Minimum 75. And even then, that's pushing it because on a bad day, it's not going to bring in the amount we need. Ideally, we need like 85 minimum just to make sure that even on a bad day, we still have a pretty good chance of bringing in as much cocoa as we need on a day or in a day. But that also may be me being silly. Let's go ahead and pull up the dishes. Let's see, cocoa. 12, 14, oh, 30, that's right. That's 30 in the eclair. So we actually need a lot more. We need close to 100 cocoa just to make that work per day. But this is something we're only going to be able to do on Sundays or with a pot expander. So this is definitely something we'd prep for. And I don't even know if 90 is possible anymore. Or not anymore. I don't know if 90 is possible. Even with the best, 90 might be a stretch. So this may be something you always have to prep for. Whereas 75 is more reasonable. We do get like 60 something with our Blastoise, and he only has Coco unlocked at 30. So if we can get that much with our Blastoise, I feel like 75 is pretty doable, and maybe even, actually, no, yeah, that might be doable. We'll have to check and see here in a bit. For now, this one's pretty good. I think I'm going to hold on to this one for a minute. I don't know for how long, but I think I'm going to hold on to it for a little bit. We might do something with this, and we might not. I don't know. But I feel like this good as ABB is probably worth at least holding on to and investing in it if we ever have a need for it. I feel like sending this one to the professor would kind of be a waste. So, and this one will be ingredient magnet level 5 too, which could be very good. The free level 5, it'll only be 2 main skill seeds to get it to level 7. That's what I meant. So yeah, we're gonna hold on to this one. Level 15. And it's looking like 95 is where it's gonna settle out. So I think we're gonna call it there. So let's see. We've got 95, and then A, B squared. There we go. No helping bonus, no berry finding, but still pretty solid. Pretty solid. Cannot complain too much. I mean, given that I've only caught 10 Squirtles so far, we've actually done very well getting as good a Squirtles as we have. Got one really good ABA that's shiny, got a really good AAA. I think we actually have 2 really good ABAs, and then now a pretty good ABB. So not too bad, but yeah, 95 is looking like that's where it's going to settle out. I'm going to go ahead and move on. Don't think it's going to change at all, and let's get into bigger and better things. I know I said that we were going to run this experiment, but so far it has not gone very well. I know it's kind of skewed because of how the two of them are going to interact with each other, with Gardevoir and Wigglytuff. It is a bit skewed, but Gardevoir had 2 triggers yesterday. Wigglytuff had 1. So they were both having a bad day. I went to bed with everybody having about 50% energy last night. So it was a bad day all around. A bad day to run any kind of experiment on healers because it just didn't work out. But Gardevoir starting off today with 2, Wigglytuff starting with 0. And that's kind of indicative of my experience having used the 2 on a team before. I gave Wigglytuff a fair chance. It's been a while. Before I caught the Gardevoir, I gave Wigglytuff a fair chance. Was not getting the number of skill triggers that I was hoping for in a day. Granted, I didn't have its main skill leveled up, but I needed to see something promising to make that investment, and I did not see anything promising about Wigglytuff. Whereas with Ralts, I also kind of underestimated it as a Gardevoir at first. My boy was correct to point out that I was not super thrilled with Gardevoir the first time I put a healer on my team. Well, the second time, technically, because it was after Wigglytuff. I wasn't convinced that healers were the way to go early on, and it took actually using one and investing in it to really see the true benefit. But having experienced what it's like to have a good healer on my team, I still need to see something promising from Wigglytuff before I make that investment. And at this point, I'm not seeing it. I've run further calculations on the 2 of them. And let me go ahead and pull that up real fast because we've got that saved as is already. So, just to show you, this is our current Gardevoir right here. Let's go ahead and make sure it's level 53 like it's supposed to be. I don't even remember what this was. Cyan Beach. This was a Cyan Beach team. Random team. Doesn't matter what the setup is. All that matters is the final strength down here in the bottom. 1.916 million. So that's what we get with our Gardevoir. If we put our Wigglytuff on the team, we get 1.741 million. So almost 200k short. Now, granted, that's without investing in this one at all. That's only at level 30 with main skill level 2. If we give it the main skill seeds to get it to level 6, 1.904 million. Still about 12,000 shy, so it still doesn't meet Gardevoir's output level. However, If we get it to level 50, just to say it's about the same as Gardevoir, it does outperform by, what is that? Here on Cyan Beach, well, that makes sense on Cyan Beach because Pecha Berries, so that's giving a little bit extra boost because Wigglytuff is bringing in those berry finding Pecha Berries. So on Cyan, it does make a bigger difference than anywhere else, but this is where it's going to make the biggest difference. And even there, it's only 100 and, let me see if I can get my math right, 146,000 strength difference, which once you're getting up to Master 15 and 16 is not enough, especially Master 17. That's where the gap in ranks really starts to widen. So at this point, you're not really making a big difference in overall gains from anything. You're not getting any extra dream shards throughout the week by getting to higher ranks. You're not increasing the spawn pool to find rarer Pokemon with that small difference. I mean, granted, you are getting to Master 16 faster throughout the week, but it's not like you're getting all 146,000 of that right up front. You're getting that spread out over the week. So, and this is best case scenario. In a neutral scenario, which is the calculation I ran yesterday after the video, in a neutral scenario, Wigglytuff only brings in an extra 1.74% strength per week over Gardevoir, and that's if we make the massive investment of putting in all the main skill seeds and getting it to level 50. And at this point, with how much I've invested in Gardevoir, for just a less than 2% total difference in strength, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. And even on Cyan Beach, where I thought it would make sense, it's not the biggest difference. It is still better than 2%, but not that much better to where I really feel like it's super necessary. Maybe if we just had a bunch of extra resources and we we're like, you know what, we got plenty of extra, let's just find something to invest in, man. That would be the one. But I think at this point, the better option is to find a better healer. Maybe a Palmy. Someone suggested in the comments. So maybe that could be another alternative. But I don't know. At this point, I don't see any reason to invest in Wigglytuff. I don't think it makes a significant enough difference to really justify it. So that's a clarification. The little failed experiment, super flawed and failed experiment that I ran because I didn't really think it all the way through is over. But we need to get lunch done so that we can actually clear out some room for some stuff going on. Our pot space is not very big right now. We've only got 69, not enough for the eclairs, but we can do something about that. We can do something about that, and to that end, let me go ahead and go back to this. I know it's corn and milk and what is it? Coffee beans? I forget. I already forgot. I was just thinking. Yes, it is coffee beans. So we need 14 coffee beans. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. We need 14 corn. Boop, 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 boop. Nope, too much. And 12 milk. There we go. 12 milk. Let's throw in that one random oil. What do we have the most of? I was going to say the cocoa, but we need that cocoa for the eclair. Same with the honey. So, you know what? Let's throw in excess corn. Do we want to do that? No. Let's throw in extra coffee beans, because we'll have Vikavolt on the team to bring in coffee beans for both the eclair and the corn tiramisu. And also, I'm a big idiot. I was supposed to use my good camp ticket before that. I got so distracted with the Wigglytuff. Hey! I mean, cool. I'll take it. I'll take it. Can't complain about that. 55,689 for our first mold breaker corn tiramisu. Not gonna complain one bit. All right, let's get this taken care of. Where are you at, mold breaker? There you are. How far did that get us? Level 13? 14? 14? 15? There we go. Level 15, not bad. Already the 9th best dessert we have. Now let's autosave, and that's gonna save it all up here. Let's cancel that. Let's click X and autosave again, or not autosave, manual save, so that when we rate our Pokemon, it doesn't rate them based on desserts only. All right, I'm big dumb. Big dumb. I was supposed to use a good camp ticket. Completely forgot. I said early on that my brain is not functioning today. I was not kidding. All right. That does get us to grade 1. We've definitely got the 1-star Wooper unlocked. Moldbreaker Corn Tiramisu also added, so we got another 20 diamonds. And got some Dream Shards for getting to grade 1. How many did we get? Probably not too much. 574? I feel like that's a little low. That's probably just for getting to grade 1. I feel like the others are probably in the background. But let's go ahead and use that good camp ticket before I forget again. All right. So mad at myself. Whatever. It doesn't really matter. Like I said early on, we're not trying to push ranks. We're just trying to get Wooper first and foremost. Got some extra oil to throw in for pot filler. Got some more corn. That's a ton of corn right there. That's good. And no sausages. Well, no, a couple sausages for pot filler, but also some extra berries. All right. Now that that is done, we can go ahead and swap our team around for what we're going to try to do. We should not need Flareon, since we are running a good camp ticket. However, there is one thing I want to do. The Clodsire Eclair. We do want to make that at some point. We've got milk. We've got cocoa. We need coffee beans. So, Vikavolt. You know what? We'll let Vikavolt lead this time around. Might as well. And then that covers our coffee beans. Honey, we've got Venusaur on the team for honey. I don't actually, you know what? I don't think we're going to run Dedenne just yet. I don't think that's a good idea. Like I said, we're not trying to get super high into the ranks at this point. We're just trying to get Wooper. So we don't want to rush too far forward. So let's go to Taupe Hollow. How many do we need for 8 spawns? We need 43.7 million. Master 2. Okay. So we do want to get to Master 2 as quickly as possible. The good camp ticket should help with that. It would have really helped if I would have done a good camp ticket and made the Clodsire Eclair for lunch and then got that extra tasty. We'd probably be almost there. But smooth brain. Anyway. All right. So cool. We've got that figured out. We know what we need. Let's go back to our recipes. All right. Let's run Blastoise. Do we? I think we... Do we? Do we? I don't know. Well, let's make sure we got what we need for... Actually, no, we have a lot built up. Yeah, let's run a Berry Finder. Let's run Typhlosion. Not a Berry Finder, because I don't have a Berry Finding Typhlosion, but I do have a good Typhlosion that can get us a decent amount of berries. It's not the best, but it will get the job done for sure. So let's get that up and running. Let's keep Venusaur on the team. We do need more honey for the Eclair. And then since we're not running Dedenne just yet, we'll let Typhlosion do most of our berry work at this point. Who else do we want? Milk and cocoa. Let's see. Actually, yes, we do need a ton of milk and cocoa for the Eclairs. So let's run Blastoise just to try to stock up a little bit more of that. And I think, oops, I did not mean to do that. I meant to swap out Wigglytuff for Blastoise, but whatever. We'll just swap back. That helping bonus is going to be very nice. All right. I think we got a solid team for now. We will change them up quite frequently throughout the week. For now, we're just trying to get a nice push on our strength so that we can have 8 spawns as quickly as possible. So team is good there. That said, let's go ahead and yeah, let's run through the Valentine's Day recap. So it's on all areas, so anywhere you want to go, which is good. It ends Monday at 4 a.m., not 3 a.m. Desserts and drinks, of course. Pseudo balanced sleep type, which is good. Increased spawns of Pokemon that bring in apples, milk, and cocoa, I believe. I believe that was the 3, but they don't have it in front of me here. Shiny odds are boosted for certain Pokemon. And then final strength gains from dishes is multiplied by 1.5, so a great time to try to reach Master 20 for a lot of folks. That's why our Moldbreaker Corn Tiramisu was very strong on that extra tasty, because it's times 3 will be times 4.5 on Sunday if we get extra tasty. So that's good for now. I think the team's solid. Missions are good. Well, mission. Blah, blah, blah. We went through the event. That's good. The missions, we did get to basic 2. Got that Wooper incense for the Paldean form Wooper. And gets Ultra 1, gets you I believe that's a medium ingredient ticket, so that's pretty good. Master 1 is 30 Wooper candies, give out 15 biscuits for 8,000 dream shards, use 100 candies for 5 small ingredient tickets, use 7 incense, so we got to do that this week for 5 small handy candies, go to bed on time 3 times for 5 more small ingredient tickets. Really giving out those ingredient tickets this time around. And then cook 12 times for 5 biscuits. Very good. And then standard stuff, a Graveler incense for Master 3 again. I feel like every time I come to Taupe Hollow, I get a Graveler incense. Standard stuff, though, for this week on the regular missions. We are going to have to find something to invest in. Hopefully, it's a good Wooper to invest in, because that's what I'm really looking forward to investing in. Another sneaky snacking from a Pokemon that's not even on the team. But anyway, that said, it's time to talk about what I wanted to talk to everybody about. The big news, we finally know the ingredient spread of Wooper and why we are really trying to catch that Wooper. So, here's the ingredients. It is cocoa for the A slot, beans for the B slot, coffee beans specifically for the B slot, and potatoes for the C slot. So, it's exactly what I wanted. Cocoa as the AAA, coffee beans as the B, and whatever as the C. I do not care what's in the C because I only care about AAA. And that's why I'm glad that we got a decent ABB Squirtle. But if we can get a really good AAA Wooper, Paldean Wooper, I'm going to be real ecstatic. That's the one I really want. And that's why we are here on Taupe Hollow hunting us a Paldean Wooper, because I really want it. And it starts showing up at Basic 3, and we're in a really good spot. So yeah, I'm really happy with how this week has started, even though I'm a big dumb idiot that forgot to use his good camp ticket for lunch, and that would have been fantastic. But tis what it is, and like I said, we're gonna have a good week. Let me go ahead and double check this thing that I almost forgot about. Did they move the buttons on me? They did. Okay, so somebody mentioned in the comments that it was ingredient count A that I calculated on, and I did not mean to. So they moved the buttons. Usually it defaults to ingredient strength. I don't know why they made this change, but I didn't notice it until now. So yeah, don't be like me. Make sure you switch to ingredient strength when calculating an ingredient Pokemon unless you specifically want to know about count A, B, or C. I don't know why they made that change. That's kind of interesting. Most casual players are going to want ingredient strength over any of the others anyway, so why not default to just the basic ingredient strength? But I don't know. They make the decisions they make, and we just got to work around it. So make sure you do that if that's what you want. I'm going to have to pay attention to that moving forward. Good to know. All right, well, anyway, that is where I am going to wrap things up for today. A very fun-filled video, a lot of stuff going on, and yeah, we're having a great time. So again, that's where I'm going to wrap it up. So thank you for watching the video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy these videos. A huge shout out to our ace trainers, Illusion, Waite, Husky Star, JP, Barty, Rogue Bastion, and Michael O'Brien Jr. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you would like to support the channel, go ahead and click that subscribe plus button right below this video. And while you're down there, click the link to the Discord in the description box. Come join us, talk about Pokemon Sleep, and hang out with a cool community of people. Other than that, y'all have a good night. And until next time, later, dudes.